What's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about, should you buy a new pair of boots and or shoes before you go to basic training, and if you do, will you get to actually use them at basic training? So a lot of times when people are trying to get ready for basic training, they want to get their feet ready for basic training, and one of the ways that people like to do that is to get boots and do hikes and stuff like that and do ruck marches and everything before basic training. And a lot of times people will ask me, if they do buy a pair of boots, will they get to use those boots at basic training? And on the other side of that, really similar topic, so I want to talk about this as well, is if you buy a pair of shoes, like a pair of running shoes, are you going to be able to use those when you're at basic training? Or are you going to have to use the shoes that you get at basic training, which are generally going to be Asics or Brooks? So the first thing I want to talk about is the boots, right? So when you're at basic training, you're going to be issued a pair of boots that's going to look a lot like this. Now, this is the boot that goes with the old ACU pattern, not the new OCP pattern. It does look pretty dark because I probably should, clean this or whatever, but I have another pair of boots. But this is just super dirty because of going through marsh and mud and all that crap. But the pair of boots that you're going to get at basic training, if you look at how thick, the bottom of this boot is, this is a very heavy boot. The back of this, the heel right here, will tear people's feet up. It'll tear your foot to pieces if you do not get the boot that is the right size for you. And even if you do get a boot that's the right size for you, you're still probably going to get some blisters at some point because these boots are really hard on your feet. So because of that, a lot of people will get a lighter, better pair of boots like I did. This is the Nike boot. I got this as soon as the OCP camo came out whenever I was at AIT, or at the end of AIT whenever the OCP camo came out. And this boot, the Nike boot, is like literally, it's probably about half the weight of this boot. I don't know how much this weighs. Let's just say 2 pounds. This weighs, 1 pound, 16 ounces or something like that. So it is a big difference. So when you're doing really long ruck marches and you got, you're dragging 2 pounds on your feet versus 1 pound on your feet, it's going to be a big difference in the long run, as well as comfortability with this is going to be a lot better. There's a lot of different kinds of boots. This boot right here, the Nike boot, I'm not going to give you guys a lot of recommendations, which boot's the best boot or whatever, but this one is just a really nice, really comfortable boot to wear. This one can be comfortable. The one that you're issued, it can be comfortable, after you break it in, but it does take a couple of weeks to break it in. So me, I've had this for a couple of years now, and I've had to wear it a bunch of times whenever I've gone out to FTXs and stuff. And when I know I'm going to be in a super dirty environment, I still do wear these because they're broken in. But for ruck marches, I wear the Nike boots. I do not wear these boots. Now, if you do decide to buy a pair of boots before basic training, are you going to get to use them at basic training? And the answer is no. You are not going to get to use your own pair of boots at basic training. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. You're not going to get to do it. You're going to have to wear the boots that you get issued at basic training, and you're going to be issued 2 summer boots, which is those that I showed you. You're also going to be issued a pair of winter boots. So if you go to basic training over the winter, like if you are about to leave soon, you're probably going to be wearing your winter boots, especially if you go out to the FTX, you're going to be in a cold environment. But again, those winter boots are also extremely heavy. Now, once you get to AIT, not all AITs allow you to wear your own personal boots, but most AITs will allow you to actually wear your own boots once you get to AIT. So if you want to wait until you get to AIT to buy your own boots, then you can do that. Or you can buy a pair of boots before basic training and get used to kind of rucking and stuff with those things, going on hikes and things like that. And then once you get to AIT, you're already going to have a broken in pair of boots. Now, I will tell you guys that if you do get a really nice pair of boots, those Nike boots are about 150 bucks, I believe, the last time I checked, or at least whenever I got them. The boots that you're issued, if you go out and you buy a pair of those boots that you get issued at basic training, I believe they're somewhere around the $70 to $80 range, so they're about half as much as other nicer brands of shoes. So Nike shoes are like the Oakley or the Oakley boots, those are about 150 bucks. Then if you get up to like the Rockies and other things like that, that are boots that are just like extremely comfortable, those are probably gonna be running you over $200. And if you do get a pair of those boots to prepare your feet for basic training, it's not gonna do a whole lot, right? So you gotta kind of weigh your options on how much you wanna actually prepare your feet for basic training versus just getting a boot for your military career. Because if you get the basic training boots to prepare for basic training, that's going to help you out a lot. That's going to get your feet ready because you're going to know what size you need and all that stuff. But at the same time, when you get to basic training, you're going to be issued 2 pairs of those boots, so you're not going to really need that anymore unless you want just 3 pairs of those boots. So you're going to have to kind of weigh your options with, you know, do you want to actually use them after basic training, or do you want to really prepare your feet as best as possible for basic training? Now, for your shoes, if you buy a pair of running shoes before basic training, are you going to get to use them at basic training? And the answer is maybe, possibly, but you don't really know until you get there. The reason I say that is because everybody, once you get to basic training, you are going to be forced to buy the pairs of shoes that they want to give you at reception. You're going to be issued a little like Eagle Cash Card, which is basically an advancement of your pay. It's about $300 that they're going to give you, but it's really just your money. And then they're going to make you buy a certain amount of things. And one of those things that they make you buy is a pair of shoes. They generally are, like I said, Asics or Brooks. They're going to be a pretty good pair of running shoes. They're not going to be stylish or anything because Asics or Brooks, they're not the most stylish shoes in the world like these Nikes. And my pair of running shoes, I actually have 2 of these that I have. I have a black pair and a white pair depending on where I'm running. But they're like Lunar Run Flex or something. These are a great pair of running shoes in my opinion. If you want to know exactly what they are, I do have a post on my Instagram so you guys can check that out. Whenever I bought these, I posted like what they were because people ask all the time. Now, because you're going to be forced to buy a pair of shoes at basic training, how would you be able to use your own shoes at basic training? Well, whatever shoes you bring, whatever you bring with you is going to be kind of available to you. You're going to store it away. But some drill sergeants and some companies, my platoon, or not my platoon, my company, there was 2 of the platoons that allowed their soldiers to go and, or the drill sergeants went and got their bags, and then the soldiers got their own civilian running shoes out of their bags, and then they used them. Not every platoon is going to have the opportunity to do this, so it's literally up to your drill sergeants whether or not they will let you get your running shoes out of your personal bag. But still, you're going to have to buy the pair of shoes that they want to give you at reception. Now, the thing I want you guys to keep in mind, if you have an extremely expensive pair of running shoes and you do not want to get them messed up, don't wear them at basic training if you want to, you know, retain their quality or whatever. Whatever pair of running shoes you have, whether it's the ones that they give you or the ones that you buy at basic training, or if you are able to use your running shoes, your personal running shoes, they're going to get destroyed. They're going to get all muddied up. They're going to get wet. Like they're going to be messed up. They're going to get sand in them. They're not going to be good quality shoes at the end of basic training. I remember I just threw away mine. At the end of basic training, I just threw away my pairs of shoes, and then I bought a new pair of shoes. So that's it for this video, guys, on should you buy a new pair of boots or shoes before basic training, and will you get to use them? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. That would be awesome. If you want to stick around for some more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. That would be even better. If you are not following me on social media, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram or Snapchat right here. I just want to thank you guys real quick for us winning the first round of the Best Military YouTuber competition. Next week is going to be the second round. So stay tuned on my social medias to know when exactly to vote for me. So that would be awesome if you guys did that. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.